Ann Hickling. My dancer is Julian or Jules Rodriguez. She is 16 and she dances at Ascend Dance Academy. She's been dancing since she was 3 and likes all styles of dance, but mostly these days does ballet, contemporary, and jazz. Yeah, I brought Jules in to see Dr. Alexis about 3 years ago this time. Her hip had started popping and grinding at dance, and it was audible and something new that she hadn't been experiencing before. And so I did a little research thinking that PT might be a good solution, but I really wanted to find someone that was used to working with dancers because we had experiences with other healthcare professionals who were very good at what they did, but didn't really understand dancers. And it just seemed like it would be beneficial to have someone that had that expertise and also that would just be able to relate to Jules. So brought her in, and Alexis, right away had some ideas on what could be going on and recommended exercises. And she and Jules just really hit it off. One of the things that I love about Dr. Alexis, just aside from her sense of humor, is the fact that she has been a dancer and a dance instructor. So, and in addition to having really unique training in PT for dancers. So, that really got us interested in continuing to work with Dr. Alexis.
Yeah. And what did Jules think about that first session? What were her reactions? Did she have to say anything?
It's been so long. Jules always has something to say, though. And, I think she immediately liked Dr. Alexis and trusted her. And I also think that the things that Dr. Alexis recommended for her were very different from anything that she'd heard before, from going to chiropractic or an orthopedist or other health professionals. So I think she immediately had a really good rapport, good connection with Dr. Alexis that made her want to follow Dr. Alexis's directions and give her recommendations a good try.
Yes, I'm Lori, and my daughters are Brandy and Brooklyn Bustamante. And Brandy and Brooklyn both dance with Michaela's Dance Magic, and Brooklyn is on the Hollywood Connection team company. And we first came to Dr. Alexis because Brandy was having issues with her feet. She broke one foot, and then she broke the other foot, and then she broke the first foot. She broke again, so she had 3 breaks, and we were beside ourselves and what to do and getting her ankles stronger and getting her feet stronger. And so that was the reason why we came here. And then my daughter Brooklyn fractured her L5, and we tried everything to help her get rid of her pain, and nothing was working. And we saw Dr. Alexis on one of our dance moms at our studio suggested we come here, so we came to the open house, and then we started treatment here, and we've been here ever since.
With the girls, had you all seen anybody else before you came to AZ Dance Med, or was this your first decision? And describe that process for you all.
Right, well, Brandy, obviously, there were a few trips to the emergency room, and then an orthopedic doctor, and then we went to physical therapy as well, and so then we came here for Brandy. And then with Brooklyn, we went through 3 injections, we went through chiropractic treatment, we went through physical therapy, and we went to, I feel like there was, an acupuncturist. So we had been through several providers before we discovered Dr. Alexis.
Oh my goodness. And what was the difference for you in the treatment that we were able to provide, or did you immediately see results or something different? Describe how that was for you all. What did the girls have to say?
I feel that the difference was Dr. Alexis treats you from the inside out, and there's more to it than just fixing your body part. It's fixing your whole body, including their minds, and helping them. I feel like they were just like, kind of like a breath of fresh air. Like they knew that they immediately felt a connection with her and immediately felt that this was going to be something that was going to help them. And it did. It absolutely did.
3 years, a lot of things have happened in Jules's dance life where, she has really benefited and needed Dr. Alexis's treatment and support. I think one of the most surreal experiences we've had was when Julian badly sprained her ankle a week before her dance recital, and I think this was about 2.5 years ago. And we called Dr. Alexis, and Dr. Alexis said, okay, bring her in, the next morning, and we had been icing around the clock. And when Jules got out of the car, she couldn't walk. So she literally crawled down the hallway to Dr. Alexis's office, and Dr. Alexis was teasing her about crawling. And they had a really funny conversation about that. But within 3 days, Dr. Alexis had her running and leaping outside.
Wow.
So just, like all the emotional ups and downs in the few days' time where we thought she wasn't going to be able to perform. And then, Dr. Alexis gave her the confidence that, she would be fine, and she was. Dr. Alexis had an upstairs space at the time and was at the end of the hallway, and Jules literally crawled down the entire hallway to get there. Yeah.
And 3 days later, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Lori, what's been your favorite memory thus far related to coming into AZ Dance Med? When you think like, I came in one time, what's the first thought, the first memory you have?
Oh, goodness. So I forgot to mention, Brooklyn's also had 2 concussions from dance. And I had no idea that treatment wasn't needed after somebody got a concussion. It never really crossed my mind. A treatment as far as physical therapy type treatment. Mm-hmm. And so we were in the middle of treatment for her back, and I believe I had sent an email or something touching base with her and letting her know about the concussion, and she's like, bring her in, and I'm thinking, why? Like, what are you going to do for a concussion? And we came in, and she immediately started feeling better. Her headaches were better. She was immediately felt better. And then I think we came in one more time a few days later, and then it just, she unfortunately had concussions before, and the symptoms just lasted longer. And when we came in for the next concussion with Dr. Alexis, the symptoms didn't last as long. And then, unfortunately, she got another concussion, and then so the same thing, I called the Dr. Alexis right away, and I said she has another concussion. We came back in, and it's amazing to me how quickly she felt better. So that's, and this the one of the concussions, I can't remember which one it was, but one of the concussions, she had an upcoming competition, and she was able to compete.
Oh my gosh.
Just fine.
Right.
Well, I wasn't expecting Dr. Alexis necessarily to have kind of the whole body system perspective on treatment, and being able to, figure out that, something going on in Jules's head or neck was related to issues she was having with one of her legs. It's just amazing that, she has the understanding of how the body works in terms of, neurology, as well as biomechanics. And also nutrition and, the lymphatic system, has just been honestly really unique, but I think also very helpful to Jules.
And Lori, I'm going to ask you the same question. Has anything just been like surprising to you in bringing the girls in?
Yes, definitely. As far as the nutrition and making sure that it's the inside out type of treatment where their insides feel good, and hopefully that's going to relate to their outsides as well. And so just treating the whole body and the whole soul in mind, in addition to the actual body part that's experiencing pain.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, we've always had an interest in our family in holistic health, integrative medicine, food as medicine, well-being. And it's great to have those ideas reinforced and also get additional inspiration from providers like Dr. Alexis.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We would all get on board when we would do a couple weeks of a certain program, and we would exclude certain things from our diet. The whole family, including my son and my husband. My son very reluctantly. We all did it, and it's amazing how it really does help you feel better if you're eating right and drinking water and doing all those things that we all should be doing anyway. But when we have a specific diet to follow, it's always helpful, and I feel like it was beneficial for the whole family. I've never felt nervous about bringing the girls in. In fact, I feel very confident in bringing the girls in and knowing that whatever it is Dr. Alexis is going to do, it's going to help them.
I love that Dr. Alexis is always trying to learn new things. I mean, we all always need to grow and evolve. And I think that, she's just been able to supplement, the foundation that, that she's had all along. And I really appreciate that because she's able to offer, full solutions.
Absolutely. I feel like she's always learning more, and I think that's fantastic. And she shares that knowledge with us, and so we get to be the benefactors of that. And I think it's fantastic that she's constantly educating herself and doing training and figuring out new ways to treat people. Oh goodness. Okay, amazing, comforting, and effective. Did I take your words?
No, those are good words though. There have been so many times that I thought, honestly, she was a miracle worker. Yes. And it may sound like an exaggeration, but I would say, extremely supportive, creative, and knowledgeable.
My husband will always say, is Dr. Alexis going to work her magic? Like, we call it magic too. I don't know what it is about her, but she seems to have a way of figuring things out and helping the girls feel better.
Hey everybody, this is Dr. Alexis from AZDM Medicine Specialist. Just want to remind you to follow us on all of our social media. Check us out on Facebook at AZDanceMed, Instagram at AZDanceMed, mention us on Twitter at AZDanceMed. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where we're listed as AZDM Medicine Specialist, and now you can listen to our monthly podcast on your favorite streaming network, including Spotify and Apple Music.